The scientific sense of why it's so hard for people to get a try on Haiti. I've been here for 2 minutes before. She's knocked on 2 or 3 doors into the courtroom. She still can't find the judge. We find some judges. This is why the house of the I'm told that judges have a 2-month holiday every year. Even when you're working, you do part-time hours. I think I found a judge. We found an assistant. This is impossible. But it's not just the lack of judges that's causing the backlog of cases. The guys in prison are telling me I don't know where my file is, nothing's happening.
Get him out!
I'm not even in alphabetical order. Seeing this is one of the most frustrating things that I've experienced since I got here. I'm going through my book and I'm looking at all the names of the prisoners who keep coming up to me and begging me to help them. Solomon, Francis, all of their files are in there somewhere, but nobody could ever find them. It's complete chaos. The Haitian justice lies entirely with handwritten documents. On top of that, 40% of patients can't even if they can't afford a lawyer, they have to live at home. Next morning, I meet Jacques Britton. He's one of the most successful human rights lawyers.
Stay there!
He represents some who are lost in the system. Jacques been battling Haiti's justice system for 10 years. This year, he's won the release of more than 40 people in every region. Who refused to be accessories to murder. He found evidence their alleged victim actually died of a crime. He was proved with seeking no justice on himself. That's 5 years they've served for a murder that couldn't possibly have been committed. Now that Jack and his team have actually met the man and confirmed that the story they received is true, they need to go up to the administration building and see if they can get hold of the documents to prove these 2 men are in prison. Then go back to the courts and try to get them released. So the first step is to actually prove they're in prison. Jack and his team head off to speak with the prison governor to find out why none of the archive staff are around. The prison governor insists there's nothing he can do. So Jack is forced to leave the prison and find a legal system that can certify Herbie and Lexington exist as prisoners. Luckily, the court that Jack needs to go to is just around the corner from the prison. Bring the judge back to the penitentiary. The 2 prisoners have just been brought out for a second time today, so they can appear before this local magistrate. And with this document, hopefully, they can prove that these men are actually here and then start the process of actually getting them out. This takes 4 hours to get one confession just to prove that 2 men are in prison. Finally,
who got ball?
In making given 2 meals a day, the prison meal is mostly made of flour and water. Those who don't have family to bring the regular meals. It's like hell on earth. There are scores of men in there naked, physically sick, and they're all then crammed into the same room. I'm told that some of their families don't know they're here, some of them think they're here for years. This is where most of the death will happen.
Big coming!
In 1 week, 3 of them died within days. 18 struggling with a cholera outbreak was brought into the country after the earthquake. Local doctors and foreign charities do provide medical care, but diseases like cholera travel faster. All of the men in the cells around here are locked in for the majority of the day. They can't even leave to go to the toilet, so they do it in a bag. And when they get tired of having a bag of poo in their cell, they just chuck it out the window. The longer I get out here, the more uncomfortable I'm feeling. Cramped living conditions also help to spread tuberculosis, which kills scores of prisoners every year. We're heading into this block of the infirmary, which is where they keep everybody who's got tuberculosis. I'm told there are over 150 people in here. Anyway, this place is even more desperate than any of the other cells. These guys have to be locked in here because they're contagious. So I'm told there are 49 people locked in this cell. Even among the minority of prisoners who have been to court, there are shocking allegations of injustice. How long have you been in prison for? Paul Camel was thrown into prison in 2012. He went on trial 3 years later. Paul claims he's waiting for his release form to be handed over. Something Paul Clark should have done after his trial last year. We don't know if this is true. The UN lists corruption as a major problem in Haiti's justice system. He remembers everything to do with his case. He knows his case number, his prison number, he knows the names of the lawyers, the judges, all the people who've tried to get bribes from him. And I feel like with a little bit of investigation, I might actually be able to find out what's going on. Bronze offers to help you track down Paul's paperwork. Paul says he was found not guilty, but there's no record of the verdict.
You can't play with me!
This is like a bad dream. Paul's adamant the judge of the release form isn't nowhere to be seen.
Stay there.
Get in. All money to pay a bribe. Ever since I first met Paul, I've kind of wanted these details to not be true because the implications of all this, the corruption, the incompetence, the downright laziness of it all, is almost too much for me to comprehend. And then going in there and seeing the book and seeing that actually he's telling me exactly what and yet he's been left to rot in here.
Hey, yo, right here.
I've just left the prison and I was on my way to the courthouse. I wanted to try and find out what's happening with some of the men I've met in there. But as you can see, the roads are blocked up, there's burning tires here, there are more down there. I can see a group of people, there's a protest going on. I even heard gunshots a few minutes ago. There's been infighting in the Justice Department. The city's chief prosecutor has been transferred.
Hey, yo, right here, right here.
Their protest, which means that any of the men in there who are hoping to get their cases heard today, it's just not going to happen. I must put the findings of Ministry of Justice into everyone's shoes.
Hey, yo, right here.
Since February, and the presidential elections are just a couple of weeks away. Now you've got 70% of the people in prison. That means senior judges are also here to work more often. Employ more to get the job done.
Autonomie, moi-même comme ministre, on va donner et autoriser les disciplines pour les partenaires et les mouvements.
The National Penitentiary is totally overcrowded. It's 4 times over capacity, and that's a breeding ground for tuberculosis. It seems to me that your failure to provide an efficient justice system
Regarde-moi son problème,
after the election, he hopes to tackle Jack's finally made it to the main courthouse to try and free Harvey and Mexico. The men accused of murdering the woman who was later found to die of cholera. Jack and his team are getting ready. Essentially tried to argue that his clients have been wrongfully imprisoned. There's only a hearing, investigation,
Good boy.
He needs to get a number of legal officials together in the same room before a judge. These 5 lawyers are find out who work now. The judge prepares to give his verdict. Spent 10 years in prison. Finally.
5 seconds.
We head back to the prison one last time. The city's preparing for one of its biggest storms in a decade. AC is bracing itself now to get hit by a category 4 hurricane. This could be
Big coming.
disaster to hit country since the earthquake in 2010. The prison is on lockdown. That evening, Hurricane Matthew slams into southern Haiti, killing more than 1,000 people, leaving 1.4 million.
Hey, who's watching though? That's what the rain was for.
In the south of Haiti is plunged into turmoil. Welfare of the country's prisoners is once again no one can witness it.
And what?
1 month later, Jacques Fine's house in Lexington are yet to be released. There's a dispute about their paperwork. The couple's only hope is to have another trial. Since the ending, his poor bill is now in court.
Hey, watch him! Wait,
What?
About to prisoners who need to be navigated out of trial.
I got yours! I got yours! Hey, yo, right here!
Okay.
Those are 4 long years of
So when I went to prison in Mexico, I got caught at it's like the army.
respecting everybody. Yeah.
when I reach 26, I need to leave out so I can polish my 2-hour XP bed.
The busiest trade is in drugs, guns, and killing.
Yeah, when I reach level 26, I just started it. I'm probably like 10%.
Get him out! Get him out! You can't play with me. Hey, yo, right here! Hey, yo, right here, right here! Way to bring it! Come on, man, who got the ball?
Lima Airport in Peru. The police team is doing
Watch the pitch! Hey, get it, get it! Once I start, I just can't stop. Hey, swing it! Come on, man! Help out! No! Come get it! Shot! I see you here! Yo, look at that! Yeah, you can't guard me! Ball, ball, ball. Give me that. Shot, shot. Take. No. Ah, man, he ain't got this. Clock.
Hey, straight alley oop, yo. Straight alley oop. I ain't even let me throw it up, bro.
Hey, yo, right here. Hold up. Breaking the sweat out of here. Hey, watch him. Whose man is that? Good boy.
Oh my goodness, bro. That's just late.
Hey, yo, right here. Oh! Shoot that boy. Ball going up. Hey, who's watching them?
That's crazy. I look at caption, safe ball. Safe
Come get it. Hey! I got it. Get it. Good finish.
Okay. Same time.
I got yours.
Yeah, they knocked it down. They ready to go. Suck there.
Screen coming. Flash him up. Yo, watch him. Right here. You don't want none.
Nice work.
Hey, yo, right here. Shot. Oh! Hey, right there. Shoot that, man. Hey.
real, look, I ain't coming back up the same block. What, bro? Got his phone. I mean, he probably do got his phone right there, like this GPS the whole time. Fucking weirdo.
Gamers are seriously passionate bunch. They're spending hours, days, or
Sadly, it's not entirely real bread. Water can boil and freeze at the same time.
Who's
And
going
that's
on?
what varies that
Give me
goes
that.
bread. Believe these or not, but let me ask you.
I don't think America is really as much as it can. Understand it. With his feature.
It's strange. I'd have been like the kid version of me. It's estimated that every there are 7 matches somewhere in the world. Millions of people across the world are now using
Right here.
Oh my god! So weird. This trend has grabbed the attention of the team of British scientists.
Come on, man, who got the
Who are
ball?
leaders in the field of twin studies.
It's getting people in a laboratory situation saying how close to twins can this people be?
They want to find out how physically analysis really
We just talk about 81% similarity.
similarities are more than extraordinary.
Calculated, roughly of your
700 twin strangers agreed to undertake a series of tests. I will practice the same numbers.
Get it!
They're going to battle it out to see how far their similarities go.
We don't actually think we look that much alike, but other people do. Maybe have
By building
Step out!
people that look alike. Yeah, I just think bullshit. Same haircut now.
William, but his first name was Billy, and I saw him by Billy.
When I was putting myself in the mirror, I don't see John. And then he walked in, and I look in the mirror and see him, and I'm like,
Good boy!
let's look at the eyes, and I think these are amazing. We got a score for about 81%.
Hey, right here!
This is close to what we're getting on our identity quiz.
I see him!
If you weren't related, it was 0, and if you were identical twins, it was about 95%. So to get 80, that's hard. You look at your left arm, you've both got this rather asymmetrical epicaptic fold here. It's not just that fold, but the fact that it's not the same in the other one. Let's go on to the mouth now, and that's a very high correlation.
That's a surprise. We think that the similarities between our life experiences that are the most striking thing.
Same thing, we've both become RE teachers.
I finished up as a head, he finished up as a vicar.
We both have sons who play the didgeridoo.
Both asked our wives to marry us after a very short time of knowing them.
We discovered we were both co-op bank members. Clearly we have the same value right down to where we bank. But apart from that,
For me, nearly as identical as the twins we see every week. And just looking at you now, you've got the same colours.
yes, is that are we all around the same? Not everyone does. Some people fall apart.
It's a flying start for John and Neil, and a challenge to the other pairs of doppelgangers as to which of them would be found the most similar.
Well, I think everything.
One of them lighted in the top.
Staring at it, shocked.
She's trained, like doing the real, like, sometimes I do reflection.
Who are you talking to? I'm not.
I don't feel so weird about myself, I guess. Knowing that there's another one out there.
Sorry about the confusion. It's strictly what happens. Don't worry.
I like hamburgers. Me too.
You like
You
it.
didn't want to eat salmon shake station. I know salmon and seafood and she knows salmon.
It's not meat. It's meat. I would say meat, of course, right? It's meat. But it's so many things in it. It's not classic meat. It's not a piece of steak.
So I'm not going to take you on for a fine chat with you on one day.
Yes, you will.
A team of scientists at St Thomas's Hospital, London, are searching for the world's most identical strangers.
3, 2, 1.
7 pairs of doppelgangers have been invited to take part in a series of scientific tests.
This is a world first. No one has actually looked to see the people who look very similar facially share other factors in common. So who's who?
You were a tough one. And that's
Okay.
It's said the chances of finding your twin stranger are 1 in a billion. Today, Darren and David are eating themselves. They're meeting in person.
Started from London, and I'm on my way to meet David. I'm so anxious. I'm very excited to go.
Well, to get, the butterflies they usually get there before the day.
Can we schedule it for tomorrow?
Fucking hell, it's so surreal. You look like someone I know. Yeah. Someone so weird. Good dog look at it. Look at the face, but eyes and the forehead. So similar. And the wrinkles that you have. It's like 3 lines. No, I think 4. No, 3. Okay, 3 is a small one from the side, but yeah, I can put it in the That is the weirdest feeling I've had ever. Just walking in a room and seeing someone who's just absolute double. And I don't have as many wrinkles around the eyes as you do. That's not it's because of this. No, it's because of the smiling. Because you smile like you like the way when you. It's so surreal. It's like listening to myself. Well, I understand you. I was worried that I won't understand you. I'm trying to sort out. Yeah, you know, sort it out. If you need a piece of paper and a pen, let me know. Drop that down. Text me. An excuse to keep the number. I think.
Charlotte's Diamond Week gets things better, so you can use less. Charlotte Ultra Strong.
There are many sides to you. There's one like flat. The one inspired by Hero. Alicia. Big potato of a nose.
That's where they based on that.
Who's on a quest to find her doppelganger.
I'm experienced. I'm halfway the beacon and half Italian. I have loads of the names. Ringo Alessandro, Melissa, Enrico, Luna. It just goes on and on. It's like an alphabet. No, A, B, C.
Stay there!
I don't know if I can ever see. Sometimes I think I'm adopted or I was found in the hospital like my mother says. That is the main reason I've been looking for my doppelganger. Find someone that looks like me. Another part of the world.
Fiona signed up to a website which helps to connect people looking for their double. She's uploaded her picture, and she has to give details about her face.
They ask you to select a nose type.
Big potato of a nose.
Over 4,000 miles away in Jackson City, Missouri, in the heart of America's Midwest, lives someone else who can prefer identical stranger. 22-year-old mom and customer service rep.
I have 2 daughters, so I always wanted to seek out that big sister relationship with somebody. I created an account hoping to find someone who does look like me.
Ambrosia found a match.
I was going through thousands of pictures, and I come to her picture and I almost like you know, that frightened feeling. I noticed her smile. Our smiles come up the same exact way. And she's got the same like nose, and she's exactly the same skin color. I think she's pretty. She's very pretty, which means I'm extremely pretty too. Which compliments myself. Who's that? I'm Ambrosia, and I'm a doppelganger.
Fiorella.
I'm Ambrosia, and I'm a doppelganger.
Fiorella and Ambrosia will be meeting before they compete in the experiment. Also taking part and determined to wow is 25-year-old stand-up comic Rob, who hails from America.
Hi, my name is Rob. So nice to meet you.
His doppelganger story starts with a chance meeting. with 27-year-old Israeli Kobe, who by strange coincidence is also a stand-up comic.
Performing in London at one of my comedy shows, and during the intermission, I've heard stories about someone who looked really similar to me in the audience. We were going up to him and congratulating him on my comedy.
And they always like, wow, you've been amazing. They said to Robin, thank you, and they went to phone me.
I remembered, oh, let's take a selfie before we leave. I actually want to post it to Facebook, and it went viral.
And then you when it was
Kobe, Twinsy, so good to see you. You're taller than I remember.
The huge interest generated by their selfie has given Rob and Kobe a certain confidence in how they'll compare against the other doppelgangers.
You got the beard. I think you have a very similar nose, dark features. There's no way there could be more alike people than us.
then we're gonna win it.
Hell yes! Woo!
The experiments moved on to the next major test, using cutting-edge three-dimensional technology.
In the internet world, we can't always trust what we see as photos. We've got to judge it ourselves, and this will give us some insight into that.
Introducing one of the most advanced facial mapping systems on the planet.
Sophisticated photographic technology that takes 6 pictures simultaneously, 2 from the front, 2 from the left, and 2 from the right,
allowing an in-depth analysis.
we can calculate about 20,000 different points on the face.
In such detail that it even gets under the subject's skin to the contours of the face.
So we can tell how close your nose is to the exact size and shape of all of your features. Perfect. The chest is up to the toughening one.
And in the crosshairs of this technological thoroughbred are Rob and Kobe. They have an unwavering confidence in their similarity, confirmed by their score in their two-dimensional photograph test.
For you, what a 2D image is, we get a score of 68%. You're up there, somewhere between non-identical twins.
Can they continue their run in the face of cutting-edge three-dimensional science?
New low velocity leading conditions. If you spill the oyster without weighing them down.
No flip, no cap.
Hey, who's watching now?
Just grab and squeeze. Try not an easy squeeze.
Who got ball? Who got ball?
It's really hard to achieve that, hard to tool on that. You can see under here, when it's taken off the skin, you can see the structure. It's really pretty similar with the folds under the eye. So the 3D score of the eye, you're getting 66%.
Shut up!
Now let's look at those mouths. Without the skin, you can see really the detail here of how different we really are. You know, the size and the depth. And how are you going to score on those, do you think?
I'll say like 5%.
6%. Yeah. When we put all this together, you come up with a score that is 39.
I got you.
3D we did quite poorly. There are more tests to maybe to push the rank up because we want to be in the Champions League this year.
Oh yeah.
5 seconds!
Jefferson City, Missouri, an American state which has been at various times home to Chuck Berry, Eminem, and Walt Disney. And today it welcomes Fiorella, who has flown from London to meet her identical stranger.
Because you cross that face to face, there's some similarities because she looks my age in the future. It's gonna be her any minute. I'm feeling overwhelmed, but in a good way.
Yo, watch him!
I'm feeling so nervous. What the actual fuck? It's so crazy.
Come get it! Come get it!
Oh my gosh! Hi! How are you? I'm good. Oh my god! You look like me. I'm just staring at you. Yes. You have to come. Yeah.
Where's the open man?
I don't think he's on the hobbit. She's like the hobbit. I didn't know that she was gonna be that close in height. I was thinking it was gonna be a major difference. Who's gonna come in? All right. We don't have the same level shit. So I am down with my She is my doppelganger. Facially. Just seeing you reminds me how gorgeous I am.
His face in that.
He's on my teeth.
Other one.
About 6 inches long.
Your butt is really funny, which I'm jealous of because my butt lost its life when I had a child, even though it's still one of my best features, okay?
Obviously, it's high.
Let's see what else.
I'm the Jewish Michael Jordan.
Do you want to take my number 2 as well? I have one thing.
Wow. You don't need to like that. You need them.
Before beginning their tests, Fiorella and Ambrosia's similarity is going to be judged on a personal level.
This is such a mismatch for me. I always wanted like a sister around me to do this stuff.
As the pair get ready to meet Ambrosia's 2-year-old daughter, Emma.
When we smile, it looks just like each other. How are you? So cute. Hi, baby.
She ain't sure now.
The test at St. Thomas's Hospital.
Yeah, that just popped out like, I need to sure.
Fiorella and Ambrosia now begin their quest to be the most identical of strangers. First up, the results of their photograph analysis.
So let's look at your noses. This is your nose score, which is a really high 89%, which is amazing. If you're identical twins, it'd be about 90-95%. Good marks guys on the noses.
But now the question is, how alike are the those 3 dimensions?
Now when we start to look at the profiles of these noses, they start to look a little bit different, don't they? There's a slightly different angle here, and I think the widths are a bit different on it at some points. So we've gone from a score that was really high. 2D is hard to beat that one. To a 3D score, 43%. The mouth, you scored 29%. Of course, now that we're all together, you guys scored 7%. That score is very close to just random people.
It's random people, though.
For a higher score, it really disappointed me too. I mean, I don't think it's true.
I definitely looked at it though. I ain't think it got to me.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. No social here.
Hey, yo, right here.
At London St. Thomas's Hospital, tests are carried on pairs of doppelgangers to see who's the most identical. For one pair, it's not just their faces that are alike. Both have jobs in construction, and there's a medical similarity.
Billy Ray from USA. I met the other Billy on Facebook. My wife's cousin went looking for me on Facebook, and he found the other Billy. And he was insisting to that Billy that he had met him before.
And oh my God, no, I've not met him.
Oh my goodness, bro.
The other Billy who you may know on my Facebook page. So I decided to friend him and message him and ask him if he thought we looked good.
Everyone's got to know it.
They may have the same name.
Hi guys.
But now it's time to see how the Billy's faces compare under the scrutiny of three-dimensional analysis.
So this is what you look like in 3D. They're gorgeous guys, eh?
Gorgeous guys.
We don't have the shape of them yet, but we calculate the shape of their faces onto these sort of models.
Okay, look this way. You can see the foreheads are pretty similar. And then the nose is not so similar. Bottom lip, yes, upper lips are quite different. And the others are the eyes, actually, are quite similar in you guys. We've got a score of 75%. Wow. Because of your eye area is so close. That's why I think with a lot of you may see an amazing similarity and we disregard the other bits. But,
I ain't even shoot that. I swear he fucking trying to fuck.
I mean, you could put one of them. I hardly notice it.
The similarity score around one particular feature is consistently high.
well, you were 90%. Really? Oh, that's amazing. Really undistinguishable from identical twins. Jeez.
You can hardly tell the difference. I would have thought this is the same nose.
Yeah, so you're getting a score of 90%. Yeah. Yes,
Shoot.
For Professor Spector, these results are giving an important clue to the central question being asked in his doppelganger experiment. Why these identical strangers, by popular opinion, seem to look so alike?
A lot of these doppelgangers have got some interesting features about them. Marks them out. Maybe that our brains are picking up on that unusual thing that they share just that one. Our brains will ignore the rest of it. But it's also reinforcing that view that why you might get people coming up to you just like so that person, there's some features that quick.
It's not just the professor who's finding similarities. Spending time together so that the doppelganger pairs.
Do you have any tattoos?
I do. I have one tattoo. Do you? I do.
You know, she likes cats. I like dogs.
Yeah. It is baby Minnie Mouse, and it's sitting on my daughter's zodiac sign because she is obsessed with me. The date of my aunt's birthday.
I think I'm very baby. Yeah. I think I'm modest.
She's represented as a Barbie doll and I'm a breast doll, which I think is pretty accurate.
No, okay, I'm vague. There you go, I said it.
The experiment at St. Thomas's Hospital is an tiny set of tests. It means all the pairs will come face to face for the first time. It's a chance to size up the competition. Which of them looks the most alike?
Yeah, there's a question about, do you think it was daughter and mother?
Professor Spector is catching up with the results so far.
Got a few sort of winners and losers, movers and shakers. Dave and Darren, their overall face tune, the computer loved that one, and their score was really quite close to twins. We're seeing John and Neil consistently up there, and I think the way the aging has affected them so similarly is actually amazing.
You do look very similar. Have you did your hair deliberately similar as well? No. Did you do yours tonight?
When the pack go, we just talk about what's next. They're followed by a sort of middle pack of people in the low 40%.
Who are you? My name's
And computers telling us that it's really not similar at all. They did really well in individual features in 3D, but I think we're actually much more similar than people picked out.
You're most similar to all of us. Sorry about it.
There's some that I used to do, but then some folks absolutely insane.
We can only believe their names.
I bet a 20-pound note on it.
Let's sell a publisher and make some money. Yeah, what do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? Let's say you want to bet.
In the next stage of tests, the doppelganger's face studies show that the best case similarity is the human eye. We read faces differently to computers and pick up on other cues.
So then it's first see the 2D photos, and then going to see you in real life and rank. It would be really fascinating to see what they pick up on looks. I think those scores could be different, and everything could change. Everyone has a different opinion, and I think this is what's interesting about this whole area. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and similarity is also in the eye of the beholder.
100 people have been elected to create color-like design.
But soon colouring function. Wow, they really did like they really did the same test. We actually could do a murder.
The light is dying.
We're getting at some people looking really picky, looking for subtle differences.
That one's good.
Others amazed at how similar they are.
A little bit of red in the hair, they are very alike.
It's reflecting our own personalities, I think, in this picture. There's like optimistic, pessimistic. It's just showing that we're looking at faces in very different ways.
Very similar. But they could be brothers. Could their similarity be more than coincidence? The parents have all submitted samples of their DNA so it can be analysed.
DNA testing is going to tell us how much they share in terms of their genetic variants and also their origins, their ancestral origins, which can also give clues about why they look the way they do.
Carrying out the tests is family historian Brent Artent. This was of interest to John.
I have Viking fingers. My bent fingers apparently is trait. They are known as Viking fingers.
But the males share the Viking gene.
Where you come from might have some varying models.
Well, I think I have a strong Viking element in my ancestry. I carry what's called the Viking finger. Right?
Nothing quite so romantic as that.
My grandfather was born in Jews, or my maternal grandfather was born in Jewsbury.
What was really stunning to me when I compared the two of you, you share almost exactly the same fingerprints. John, you can see here these darker, fluid tones. When you compare that to Neil's, you're almost exactly the same. You're ethnically twins, if you like. You can almost but I have to tell you, probably slightly more like him than John, because you've got a bigger chunk of Scandinavian in it.
These images is pretty unusual to get two people matching quite such a level.
Yeah.
The chances are pretty small.
Yeah, I'm sort of wondering, is that what's sort of pushing you to look similar?
Another potential with their similarity is David and Darren.
Twins, David and Darren. They're best off using one. They've got the same eyes, same nose, same lips.
Will their DNA reveal a deeper connection?
This is your ethnicity, 75% European. Now that is old. Okay. But when I look at yours, 96% Ireland.
It means their elevated ancestry has almost zero similarity.
Let's see the two of you. How can you be so genetically and so obviously physically similar?
the crowds continuing its own analysis. Now viewing the scoring pairs face to face.
They definitely had more like in the photos. You know, that's to make it look good.
One pair scoring well to the crowd are 19-year-olds Cherry, the youthful from Bath, and Puck, the student from Holland.
I saw Cherry walking towards me individually on the street. And myself, which is it?
Very similar. You actually look more similar than your photographs. You sure you're not sisters? Very alive.
Puck and Cherry's shared mannerisms and connecting with the crowd. For Professor Spector, it's an intriguing insight into how people view similarity in the flesh.
He creates the character and so the way people use that with smiling.
Rob and Cody are also scoring highly with the crowd, but we wonder in America, the Robert are they similar to the Nemo and Scooby? Could they actually be related?
You sound like you're wrong. A Jewish and Italian Greek. But let's have a look at your two and just see if those two things compare. So, again, this is strong Italy-Greece connection, which could be why there's some kind of similarity, something skewed. Do you think it could be related?
Yeah, I'm just saying that in the fact that I was a sailor when I was a kid.
The answer is that you are related. Roughly, it does mean that there is some reason in a way that you're sharing some of your attributes. So there you go, guys. Yeah.
Rob and Cody's similar looks are essentially trace back to their great-great-great-grandparents. With the perception test almost complete, scores from this test will now be combined with the others to find which pairs will be crowned the world's most identical strangers. As the count begins, it gives the doppelganger pairs a chance to reflect on the time they spent together.
I don't really look at him as a doppelganger. It's just, you know, friend. The first time we met, it's just, yeah, friends.
My first being here, you feel like you know them, so you're kind of trustworthy and you're like friendly with them.
It's almost like going to school with someone since kindergarten.
We're friends with this relationship. She gives me my strength when we're out and about.
Is it kind of like enabled me to write my first real time?
Weird. Sounds like we love this now.
You go through like thinking, oh, actually, I might have sex with someone who looks like me. But when you actually meet that person, you go, ew!
Finally, after days of testing, it's time for the twin stranger pairs to discover which of them science considers the most similar.
Hi everybody. All of you, 7 pairs, have been amazing. There's something about all of you that was quite unique and special. All of you actually have got one feature at least that is just like identical twins. Scientifically, we are going to carry this on. There's a lot of psychologists interested in what makes people look at different bits of faces. What I want to do now is reveal who of you is the most identical stranger pair.
At first glance, I think we have to stop this game.
I think I'm gonna do very bad.
That's a quite confidence building. Pretty much.
With us, people see it.
Who does actually think we Firstly, that would be top 3. I'm thinking maybe top 5 now.
Sarah will let me compare myself.
She wants us to anything.
I'm going to go through the test, starting with the 2D computer images. Pair that came first.
I got about 2 more games. 26 shots. Yeah.
For the 3D images, things were different. Pair that came first with David Dunn. Moving on to the crowd test. So now we start to add in the human element. The pair that came first were Rob and Kobe. So taking these scores all together, I'm going to reveal now which of your pairs is the most identical twin stranger. That honour goes to John and Neil.
So let's be honest, I thought that would be a scientific overview rather than what we know to be judgment.
The court of popular opinion said that we were the most identical. So screw science, that's all that matters. People's opinions.
In the past, doppelgangers used to be a thing just of film and science fiction, but now with the internet, we'll be seeing this more and more. It's going to be much more of a problem.
I mean, that's the gobsmack. Yeah. We didn't expect it. Didn't expect it. They're never going to live you down in breakthrough.
Hated when a car freshener overwhelming lasts the first week? Febreze carpet clips work differently. Febreze gives you consistent freshness that starts to spray and stays to spray. For 40 days, upgrade to Febreze Car.
Hi, I'm you.
I'm Harry. I'm Harry.
We're trying to find our twin strangers from anywhere in the world.
Basically, we've set ourselves a challenge, and we have one ceremony today, and to find people that would agree.
Since you got a card, like Sunday, so like looking at you, I guess it's really, really weird. Yeah, she probably looks closer to something like the street to me. So it's like, maybe we should like try something else to make it look more good. Yeah, that is Anybody who's out there who is yes, man.
The reporting of police corruption in California has existed ever since the first police department was formed in 1849 in Sacramento. In the past 30 years alone, every year in California, an average of 82 police officers have been arrested. Their crimes range from aggravated assault to drug dealing and armed robbery to murder. But out of all the dirty cops in California's history, these cops top the list.
I know you're right there with glasses in the middle.
Lee Baca began his Los Angeles police career in 1965. He then went on to run the nation's largest sheriff's department for more than 18 years. During that time, Baca was accused of placing friends on the payroll and taking gifts in exchange for releasing inmates from LA County Jail. But although these accusations swirled around him during his career, he was never charged with any crimes. That was until 2016, when a federal grand jury charged him on a 3-count indictment. One of the charges included obstructing an FBI investigation into the prisoner abuse that was occurring inside county jails. In 2017, Lee Baca was found guilty for making false statements to a federal investigator, obstruction of justice, and conspiracy to obstruct justice. He was sentenced to 3 years.
You can't play with me.
Kenneth Collins was a self-proclaimed sheriff who made problems go away for drug dealers. He used his position of law enforcement to help drug traffickers transport large amounts of cocaine, methamphetamine, and marijuana across state lines. For years, Collins worked with drug traffickers, promising them that his position as a deputy ensured their drugs an extra level of protection from legitimate law enforcement officials. In exchange for his security services, Collins charged as much as $250,000. Kenneth Collins' downfall came in 2017 when he made an arrangement with an undercover FBI agent to transport nearly 45 pounds of cocaine and 13 pounds of methamphetamine from LA to Las Vegas. He was recorded on tape telling the undercover agent, "We're cops, and all our transports make it through." Kenneth Collins pleaded guilty to a charge of conspiracy to distribute drugs and was sentenced to 17 years in federal prison. James Two Guns Davis served as the chief of the Los Angeles Police Department from 1926 to 1929 and from 1933 to 1939. During his term as chief, Davis transformed the LAPD into a training field where police recruits trained in armor to learn how to be firearm experts. Davis then created what he called a gun squad, staffed with 50 policemen. He announced that the LAPD gun squad would hold court on all criminals in Los Angeles. Davis declared that he wanted all the gun-toting elements and rum smugglers brought in dead, not alive, and would reprimand any officer who showed the least amount of mercy to a criminal. No charges were ever brought against James Two Guns, but he was eventually forced out of office in 1939. Ruben Palomares, the former Golden Gloves boxer, who joined the LAPD in 1993, serving in the Ramparts Crash Task Force. Law officials claim that from 1999 to 2001, Palomares participated in more than 40 phony raids throughout Los Angeles. Palomares formed a group that included police officers, civilians, friends, and family to assist in the raid. During the course of his corruption, investigators claim Palomares provided friends and family with official LAPD badges, uniforms, radio, firearms, and LAPD vehicles. Together, the group staged robberies and fake raids at homes Palomares knew to be drug houses. The group arrived at the house and claimed to be on official police business. Once inside the residence, they'd often handcuff the victims while they searched the house, taking anything of value. After a 4.5-year investigation of Ruben Palomares and his gang, 19 defendants were indicted for participating in the robberies. Ruben Palomares pled guilty and cooperated with police, testifying against his co-conspirators, and was sentenced to 13 years. Rafael Perez became an LAPD officer in the late 1980s. In 1995, he was assigned to the Ramparts Crash Task Force, an anti-gang unit formed in Los Angeles. Within a year, Perez began his path to corruption, stealing drug money and dealing pounds of cocaine. Perez was involved in numerous crimes, but most notable was his involvement in the shooting and framing of gang member Javier Obando, who was paralyzed in the incident. Perez's downfall came after he was caught by a fellow officer stealing 3 kilos of cocaine from evidence. Arrested and facing the prospect of 12 years in prison, Perez cut a deal. In over the course of 35 interviews, he unwound a story of widespread police misconduct. By the time Perez was finished, 4 more officers were arrested and 70 cops were put under investigation. In 2001, Perez was released from prison after serving 3 years of a 5-year sentence. Later that same year, Perez pleaded guilty to the charges resulting from the shooting of Javier Obando and was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison. After serving 2, he was released and placed on parole. Henry Douglas Burke graduated in 1987, first in his class at the San Diego, California Police Academy. Years later, while working as an officer, he'd been assigned to patrol the nearby beaches and investigate a series of sexual attacks and robberies along Torrey Pines State Beach. For years, these attacks went unsolved, and detectives grew frustrated as the rapists seemed to anticipate their every move. That was until Charisma Carpenter, an up-and-coming actress known for her role in the 90s show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, became one of Hubbard's victims. Charisma and 2 male friends were at the beach for an early morning swim when Henry Hubbard attacked them. Charisma refused Hubbard's demand to tie up her friend, and a struggle ensued. Hubbard then shot both of her friends.
Glenn Anderson has looked.
Hey, who's watching them?
Stick your man, yo. Stick your man.
Hey, yo, right here, baby. Shot, shot, shot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can have it.
And a special police force is hunting them down and destroying them one by one.
Swing that, swing that.
That real quality fuel is one of the main ingredients in another area.
Cocaine.
Colombia is the top cocaine producer in the world. Even though it waged war on drugs since the 1970s, before China founded us. Now,
No, I ain't got mine. So, level 26.
and what dangerous to Colombian real estate can be waiting.
Should be in the 90% by now.
The Colombian government is a majority shareholder of Ecobank, the company that runs the pipeline, which carries crude from the Orito oil field to Tumaco. From there, the majority of it is exported to the U.S. But recently, the country has lost more than 270,000 barrels in oil supply. That amounts to over $2 billion. To be considered by any vote,
No.
that a oil refinery usually
maybe try to get wrong.
But they haven't been gone for long.
Eso significa que está trabajando.
A plan to refine gasoline was still there. Locals call it packaging, and commuters bring it further. Workers often dumped a huge pool of ground, between land and surrounding areas. Trees and roots here are driven with blood.
Esto es algo artesanal y pues hay un poco análisis como que se está dejando una buena educación para eso.
The refineries also use toxic gases into the air that are powerful enough to kill animals in the forest. Just one of these plants can contaminate food warehouses.
Dañan total la tala de los bosques, la contaminación de los suelos, la pérdida de la capa vegetal, la contaminación de la fotosíntesis que podemos enfrentar la agricultura.
Nature says that digging in helicopters to remove the oil is a practical option in the devastation. So the fancy way to destroy the refinery and the main chemical is to burn it.
Nothing ever looks quite as good in person. I mean, you just see me compared to my Instagram. And the commercial advertising industry is just as guilty. From mashed potato ice creams to secret augmented reality cars, here are some of the shocking tricks used in the commercial advertising industry.
My score on my design business works. My old internet, not letting me run the show. So we switched to Verizon Business Internet. They have business free internet. Make sure, make the switch. It's your business. It's your Verizon.
McFoolin' you. McDonald's. Founded by Richard and Maurice McDonald back in 1940, the burger joint has become a fast favorite over the last 80 years. McDonald's estimated that over 69 million hungry customers flock to their restaurants over the day. The burgers are somewhat notorious for being, well, underwhelming when compared with what appears on their billboards and TV spots. But how exactly do they cover their patties to the perfection seen in McDonald's advertising campaigns? Well, in response to a customer ask, why does your food look so different in advertisements? McDonald's Canada released a show-all behind-the-scenes video to their YouTube channel in 2012, revealing how they get their quarter pounder looking like a million pounder. And shockingly, they use 100% of the same ingredients, just with a whole lot more finesse. While it might seem like McDonald's is trying to sell the idea of perfection, and trust me, I'm sure they are, their main objective is actually to show all the ingredients inside, which means pulling forward those pickles and onions that are often hid under the hood. And while that might seem like an easy operation, it actually requires the knowledge and expertise of a food stylist. This person's job is to prepare and arrange the food so that it's as aesthetically pleasing as possible, which at best results in food that is quite unrealistic and, at worst, inedible. As you'll see later in the McDonald's campaign, these ingredients are specific. The food stylist takes a hot palette knife and melts that cheese into gooey perfection. Afterwards, it's time for some precision comments. Serrated mustard, even with all this painstaking precision, snaps of this burger are touched up to absolute mouth-watering perfection. At the end of the ingredients needed their placement, benefits, and enjoyment. The result? Well, nothing like the product you actually get. Though in their defense, this is a meticulous process which can take hours, as opposed to the rush McDonald's employee who haphazardly tosses it all together so that we can stuff our faces within 2 minutes of order. While McDonald's admittedly make their commercial burgers look a bit better than their real-life counterparts, there seems to be a slight discrepancy with their fries, too. Sources suggest that fast food joints allegedly enhance their advertised fries by propping them up with a sponge and toothpaste. And while it's unconfirmed, I think we can all agree there's some form of witchcraft at play here to get the perfect layout seen in a promotional material. Either way, whether it's a sponge, a toothpaste, or something entirely different, it won't stop me from shoving like 5 minutes on it. Ice, maybe? As hinted at by the 90s rapper Vanilla Ice, it's true that ice is, in fact, a brand new invention. Fake ice, that is. Yep, turns out real ice is rarely used in film and TV because it's melting quality. That, paired with its imperfect, cloudy white appearance, makes it neither pretty nor durable enough to hit the big screen. And just looking at it next to its artificial counterpart, I think there's a clear winner, if you'll pardon the pun. One of the many benefits of the artificial ice used in film, TV, and adverts is that it's made from squidgy silicone rubber. As you can see in this clip shared by TikTok filmmaker David Mara, it breaks apart super easy, giving food stylists have greater control over the size and shape of the ice. Not only is it unmeltable and easily manipulated, but it's silent too. This is especially important in movie situations, as the clinks and clanks of real ice can often interfere with the actor's dialogue. Who'd have ever thought such small detail makes a huge difference? And that's not even the half. Movies and advertisements are always striving for hyper-realism, and with this ice not exactly being cold, food stylists have improvised yet another way of thinking. In order to achieve a beverage that appears to be fresh out of the fridge and dripping condensation, food stylists load up a hypodermic needle with glycerin and practically place their droplets. Glycerin is basically indistinguishable from water, and also holds its place for much longer. Meaning photographers aren't fighting against time and gravity to get the right shot. After the glycerin has been positioned, food stylists spray a 1-to-1 mixture of water and glycerin all over the bottle, resulting in a room temperature drink fresh out of the refrigerator. They say all that glitters isn't gold. I like to add that all that dripping isn't necessarily cold. Third straps, they're everywhere. And no, I'm not talking about your ex-girlfriend's Instagram. I'm talking about the bizarre beverages used in commercial advertising. And let's just say, there are a few unexpected ingredients. Let's start with coffee. It's a firm crowd favorite, and with reports suggesting that the global coffee market could be worth around $155 billion by the year 2026, it's clear that we caffeine connoisseurs have money to burn. So, how do retailers see us throwing cash for our next fix? According to various sources, beverages and commercials are often pumped up with the liquid soap to achieve these huge, costly gains. This soapy additive helps maintain a fresh, glossier appearance much longer than the real stuff, meaning filmmakers have plenty of time to give up just the right shot. And that's not the only way they keep this bubbly brew looking fresh. People often say that showbiz is all smoke and mirrors. Well, in the coffee biz, it's all steam and bubbles.
Very thorough. Great.
Common trick for food scientists is to take a wet, unused before, whack it in the microwave, and place it in or behind a food or a drink as opposed to practically steam coming from the product when photographed. So try not to be put off by the fact that those sumptuous coffees you see on the big screen are likely to be cold, soapy, and served with a side of hot tampon. I mean, it's not how I take my coffee, but there's no judgment here. It may come as a surprise, but advertising cold drinks aren't without their deceptions either. Wine, for example, is arguably the most deceptive of all. Not only do production companies not want to spend big bucks on actual booze for adverts, but in the case of movies, they'd rather their actors not get drunk. But never fear, the food stylists are here with their own special cocktail. Red wine typically? No. Try water with a little bit of food coloring, thanks. And Chardonnay? Well, that again is just water with a house of kitchen bouquet. This product lends golden hue composed of caramel and vegetable flavors. It is more conventionally used for browning and seasoning meat. But if you're in the market for wine with meaty undertones, then this should do the trick. Cheers. Not just dessert. We all love cake, right? It's there for the good times, it's there for the bad times. Though most of the cake we see in movies and commercials isn't entirely gentle. Due to the fact that frosting melts,
You waiting on your mans, yo.
And even more so under hot studio
Waiting
lights.
on your mans.
It's for this reason that food stylists might fortify the cake by inserting layers of cardboard between the layers.
Where you at?
I
think you said you went on a smoke break.
And once
Huh?
the cardboard is placed, simply pass over it with another layer of
I know, I said, yo went on a smoke break, he said.
a whole bunch more of these deceptive desserts. Even frosting melted
He
chocolate
said
is
his girl don't let him smoke in the crib.
Paste food stylist Emma Feigenbaum revealed that instead of actual melted chocolate,
Y'all gotta leave out and come back in. Anyway, about
cleaning products borax, EPA glue, and food coloring, which, if you didn't already know, is the recipe for homemade slime. And what's the reason for this slimy imposter? Well, unlike chocolate, slime neither melts nor hardens nearly as quick and can be easily workshopped to achieve the desired look. These sneaky food stylists really are a slimy bunch, aren't they? Also joining the gang of trick-or-treats is whipped cream. Yep, according to food stylists, real whipped cream is rarely used. That is due to the fact that it ages into a runny, stinky mess real quick. So quite often they prefer to use whipped
pop
cream
this motherfucker 2 hour joint, yo.
Yep, due to its glossy white
Popped
appearance
it
and
2 hours. That big motherfucker. 37.
substitute for whipped cream. Under certain conditions, that will be resistant. The thing I report is not quite as tasty. Now for our next deceptive dessert, juicy. It's a swirl-free number you yearn for the
Fucking do that, man.
and there's more delicious to succumb to its beauty. It comes
Where little dude at, man?
The ice cream is leaking creamy droplets in all ranges. Your hands are, alas, slimy best efforts.
Where the fuck should little dude at?
Ice cream. Ice cream. Long story short, ice cream melts.
Y'all gotta leave out and go back in. I'm about to come in there though. Guarantee y'all might have to leave out and come back
But
in.
you can imagine trying to photograph this stuff is a whole can of worms. So to avoid this sticky situation, food stylists instead use, and brace yourself for this one because it's weird, mashed potato. Yep, with just a few drops of food coloring, food stylists can transform potatoes into pudding. Why the spuds though? Well, it's simple, really. Mashed potato has a similar consistency, it's easily colored, and if needs be, can be eaten. And while it's not as if mashed potato is gross or anything, there's something extremely unnerving about expecting to lick a sweet strawberry sundae, and instead being confronted with a buttery mashed potato. But hey, if you're enjoying the taste of this video so far, then do yourself a favor and
Hey, Jelly.
All done? Great. Let's
Jelly.
dive back in.
You gotta leave out and come back in, Jelly.
We're simply polishing food to perfection is not enough. If food commercials or anything go by, we prefer to see a strong,
How the fuck you gonna do that?
air, and some fireworks display.
How the fuck you gonna do that, yo?
Steve Joel is a veteran visual engineer.
Man, I don't know how that shot gonna be. I'm right out.
Steve is
You. I'd already been sitting right here. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd be like, go.
In an interview, he revealed his favorite creation is the deconstructed burger joint.
Oh.
I'm sure you may have already seen the used in ads.
Hey, right here. Trifecta, baby.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Cut the wires and all that shit just lined up together.
Spring, which is edited out in production. Then by a rapid guillotine mechanism, springs are slashed, allowing ground beef to be very delicious. Only putting it out the bigger is as seamless as that. The Starbucks menu. I love Starbucks. It's my next thing. No matter what,
Nigga done went to the grave.
I mean, who calls their child B and A? Anyway, this incessant need to spell our name has ignited an online conspiracy that it might just be intentional. But you create trust.
You need a boy. To say it again. You need a boy. They were right here first off.
The theory is that Starbucks cashiers occasionally spell customers' names in a completely absurd way, so as to get them sharing a hilarious profile with friends, family, and social media, resulting in more exposure to Starbucks. Well, Starbucks actually responded to these allegations and pled not guilty. Representatives claim that their name-taking tradition is a completely innocent and fun way for their employees to interact with their customers, suggesting that there really is no ulterior motive. But regardless of whether or not names are spelled incorrectly on purpose, the sense of bespoke personalization and ownership that comes from a named Starbucks beverage is undoubtedly near clothing. It keeps customers happy and connected with the product, while giving the massive corporation a contrastingly small-scale personal feel. They're likely increasing customer loyalty and longing. So, in all honesty, the chances are that if your Starbucks cashier puts your name on, it's probably not some conspiracy, but rather they either didn't hear you properly or just don't care whether you're carrying a receipt or not so real thing. For many of us, buying a house is probably the biggest purchase we'll ever make, with CNBC reporting the average American house price at just under $800,000. So it's no surprise there are plenty of hungry realtors waiting to snap up our cash and close the deal. But how exactly can we keep this into a sale? First off, they need some data to lure you into their web, which is often misleading online photos, including well, just take a look at these two photographs taken from the exact same spot in the room, just a tad different, don't you think? That's because wide-angle lenses, like the one used to capture the second image, expand space. Objects look further apart and more distant than normal, which exaggerates the size difference between the foreground and the background, creating the illusion of the room being larger than it is. While it's understandable that realtors want to show off as much of the house as possible, you can understand why these photos are often a little misleading. With ultra-wide angle now available on smartphones, it's never been easier to make things look bigger than they actually are, which has many uses. What about when you get your property and realize that it's not as you quite imagined? It ain't polished bird. Well, Colorado Derek claims that smell is an important detail.
Oh, alright, no, I'm out of here, bro.
Mini spray, chocolate chip cookie spray, or even pops and popcorn. Anything that will create an inviting, homely smell. Erickson also highlights the importance of using music to set ambience, though he appears clear that he lovely. Oh, wait a minute. Is that my back? Come on. Real estate aside, buying a car is another of life's biggest purchases. Ford reported the average brand new hot rod out there is $5,000. The industry expected to sell just under $9 billion by the year 2030, with a cash rate for far.
Essentially, the Blackbird works like any other car, with its onboard screen camera, Wi-Fi internet. This 360 dash cam actively perceives environment, while the LiDAR sensor uses laser technology to dimensions, geographical phenomena. Using CGI, the Blackbird can then be transformed into any quality map. But thanks to the 3D image captured with 360 camera and LiDAR, and the really authentic reflections on the CGI car, resulting in hyper-realistic renderings of situations in reality. Now, for that, the Blackbird is fully adjustable, so it can lengthen, widen, pitch out wheels, the map has been also full of use of Toyota program. That is impressive.
Shit.
Often car advertisers come long before the car gets nice or the quiet. To anything change, more easier and more cost effective. Blackbird is also
Well, you got the inside of that.
almost any car without the damage or insurance risks of actually hiring or buying, say, a vintage 1961 Jaguar Coupe. And while the exact price of the Blackbird is kept under wraps, it's said to be a fraction of the cost for vintage and exotic vehicles. While there's certainly a good reason for the Blackbird, I can't help but feel like the CGI car commercial is perhaps just as deceptive as Photoshop models and food. But what's your opinion? Let me know down in the comments. Well, let's just say, like most people who do not have access to better information or the Black. Often this predicament during 2021 and still very few solutions. Chanel was in talks with Lamborghini about possible photo shoots, but that's just the earth. Nevertheless, Chanel decided to shoot the next best thing, a toy Lamborghini. Yep, securing a 1/18 scale Lamborghini Huracan replica to a treadmill by a piece of string, Chanel used a technique called forced perspective to pull off the illusion of a full-size Lambo. Forced perspective is a common technique used by photographers. That is, until you zoomed out a little. Similar to Canal, David created the illusion by using dynamic lighting and forced perspective, but with the addition of a shower rig and fog spray to give the impression of a dramatic storm. The result is seriously impressive. It makes the mini BMW appear to swap the treadmill. Well, if I've learned one thing, I think I may finally have found a use for hair goals. I recently saw a shampoo commercial and thought, only my hair was thick and luscious as that. As I ruminated on the fiasco of shampoo, I did some research and came to realize that in reality, nobody's hair is like the commercials. So what's going on? Magical shampoo? Well, not quite. In order to achieve these seemingly magical locks of hair, stylists admit to cardinal sin, bleaching fake hair, employing extensions, hair pieces, and just about anything that will forge the appearance of a voluminous gel.
And in some instances, the hair isn't even attached to the model's head, with a mound of hair hinged to the backdrop. This model's hair is seamlessly blended into it, with subtlest perspective, creating the illusion of long golden locks. I know, unbelievable. But the deception doesn't stop there. Oftentimes, stylists aren't able to achieve their unrealistic ambitions, so they simply pump up the volume by stuffing in some styrofoam balls, which, as you can see, is business at the front, all part of the business. Perhaps the most shocking trick, and the most impressive, is how they manage to get those waves of hair dancing through the breeze. Believe it or not, all down to two little green guys. No, not cute. Green humans in warp suits. Their job is to essentially use the little green rods to choreograph the model's hair, make it appear like it's naturally cascading through the wind. Using green screen technology, these little fellas are later cut out in post-production, and by the time it reaches TV, you'll never suspect a thing. There's nothing quite like TV yet, is there? So what have we learned? Well, if you actually want hair like in the commercials, you're going to need two green guys, some styrofoam balls, and a snipping taken from Cousin Kit from the Addams Family. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, the actual shampoo difference stuff, but I highly doubt it. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're interested in some of the other slightly more hardcore things that companies would never show you in their commercials, like butt scratching McDonald's employees and maggot burgers, you check out my other video, What Happens to Your Food When You're Not Global. It's an eye-opener, for sure.
Hey, Dr. Bernard. This throat numbing spray is mess. There's a label on the bottle required by law telling you how to take it, and there's a warning on that label.
What would happen if you dropped a penny off the Empire?
Nature is as tough and unforgiving as it is beautiful and amazing. At the end of the day, it's always the survival of the fittest. Over the years, more than 5 billion animal species have gone.
What would happen if you dropped a penny off the Empire State Building? Could it kill someone walking on the sidewalk below? What does it take to create a deadly projectile? Well, I'm going to put this to the test with original Mythbuster Adam Savage. He's going up in a helicopter to throw pennies at me. No one has heard this. When you talk about it, like, oh yeah, thanks for the Empire State Building. When we went to the Empire State Building, every the observation deck. Still air, but
Hey! Cut through, baby! Cut through! Get off! Hey, right here.
Empire State Building. This is what movies. Is the nigga gonna be able to teleport?
I was looked at to be turned out.
With fries. Free fries Friday at McDonald's.
You'll know it costs $69 before tax, but what many people don't know is you can order the exact same meal for only $4.99.
You can't play with me!
Instead of ordering the 6-piece chicken McNugget meal, order the 6-piece kids McNugget meal, and instead of the side of fruit, ask for or select an extra fries or one or more, select a medium Diet Coke, which is free of charge.
Come on, yo! Keep moving!
$4.99. This meal has the exact same quantity of everything in the standard 6-piece McNugget meal for $1.70. And don't worry, I'll have
right here!
McDonald's app later on in this video. Secret number 2: try Starbucks. If you frequently order an iced vanilla latte from Starbucks, priced at a ridiculous $5.45, you can actually order the exact same beverage for $4.25. Here's what you do: order a grande iced shaken espresso with vanilla syrup, replace the regular syrup with your
Right here!
and ask for 2 espresso shots instead of the now built-in iced vanilla latte, $1.20 less. You'll notice that side by side look a little different, but as soon as I give this deep drink a slight shake, it not only looks the same, it also tastes identical. And a reminder for any of these hacks to be patient and polite. It's never worth losing the way of a hard
Hey, yo, right here!
just to see what falls. Secret number 3. If you're a big fan of razor blades, love this next hack. You can enjoy the highly popular red price lower price than anyone else's paying. Instead of ordering the regular maniac combo that comes with 6 chicken strips, 1 Texas toast, a side of coleslaw, and 2 sides of their beloved game sauce at a staggering $15.38, you would be better off ordering their box combo. The box combo includes 4
Come on, man, who got company?
So order that with a side of 2 extra chicken strips and 1 additional sauce.
Knock it down!
My grand total drops from $15.38 to $14.83 thanks to these modifications. So you get that same
Shot!
My savings of 55 cents might not sound like a lot, but I noticed in this economy, especially for my own family, every cent counts and it adds up to number 4. Keep the family. I stumbled across this next hack to organize if you were to order 3 one-topping medium pizzas at Pizza Hut, your price would be a staggering $36.95 depending upon your location. Here's how to make that cheap. App the website, select the Big Box dinner, and from the 3 options presented, get 3 one-topping medium pizzas so you can create your own pizza. I chose 2 pepperoni pizzas and 1 plain cheese pizza, and my grand total was $22.99 instead of $36.95.
decided how it would look if you ordered the 3 medium pizzas individually. If you are enjoying the simplicity of their life and share it with your family members, ask them to try. If you are a huge fan of Chipotle and can't stomach the price of your burritos these days, here's how to save big. Instead of ordering a normal burrito at its insane regular price of $8.45, order one regular taco for $3.05 with all of your favorite toppings, and then ask for a tortilla on the side, which will cost you an additional 55 cents. Empty the contents of your custom taco into that side tortilla. Not only do you get a nice hearty burrito, but you produce a new $2.55 less. In my prior fasting pass video, there was a public outcry based on how I rolled the burrito. I have since worked my skills or lack thereof. Secret number 6 is for Burger King. I reveal how to pull a Whopper for less than what Burger King wants you to pay. Order a £3 cake. Ask for mustard, and then add lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Your result is a
controller cut out, Brody.
$6.29, $29. A secret swap
I swear these shit just cheated the fuck out of me.
Instead, order
Hey, baby.
that burger, and you'll end up with the Whopper Junior for $1.89 instead of $2.99. You'll save a buck 10. For June 30th of this year, you can get free fries with any purchase every week at Burger King by simply creating an account on their app. Secret number 7. Did you know you can buy many virtually identical fast food products from stores where you already shop that you can enjoy on your own time for a fraction of the cost? Let's start with the grocery chain Aldi, where you can buy a a nearly perfect replica of the McDonald's French fries, and you can even find sliders with the White Castle burger chain brand. One of the lesser known facts of this entire video is at Walmart you can find knockoffs for your asking dipping sauces for only $2.28 per bottle. These include this secret sauce, which is a supposed ode to the Big Mac sauce, this zesty sauce, which is a dupe of the cream sauce, and this chicken dipping sauce, which is a recreation of what you warehouse truck shoppers, Costco offers a two of the fillets you find in a Chick-fil-A sandwich, alongside knockoffs. At Sam's Club, the copycat marketing is even more blatant, where this chicken sandwich Chick-fil-A knockoff. Shut up! The trademark waffle fries. They even sell a spicy version of the same sandwich. Chicken bites, carbon copy of the Chick-fil-A nuggets, and of course, are available. Fact number 8 is a reminder you should never be paying
Yo, this dumbass controller, bro. I had to put the oven on the charger, yo. This bitch tripping, turning off.
With no known expiration date at the time this video is being recorded, and lower your price to $5.99, saving you up to $5 on the price of one sub. For those of us buying more than 1 foot long, whether it's to eat at a later time or for a friend, another powerful coupon code I referenced in my last video is free foot long. Enter that coupon code and your total price drops by 50%. For my next point, frequent Taco Bell, a point I saw and found useful, could help you feel more full on a really tight budget. Here's what to do. Instead of ordering a regular meat taco that just comes with lettuce, meat, and cheese, order the spicy potato soft taco in its place and add seasoned beef. You'll get a heftier 300-calorie taco comprised of fried potatoes, ground beef, creamy chipotle sauce, lettuce, and cheese for around 30 cents more than the cost of the original. Those ingredients are likely to make you feel full for a longer period of time and could help avoid that more costly temptation of purchasing additional taco. While we're on the topic of Taco Bell, we have a delivery out
products and solutions for users to remote control.
At the $3 default tip for demonstration purposes, the grand total $26.78. Now, watch what happens if you post your latest Taco Bell app directly and punch in the exact same order requesting delivery. Not only are the individual tacos at compared to DoorDash pricing, but the grand total for the exact same order with delivery, which funny enough is also handled through DoorDash, is $22.60 after that $3 tip. That is a freaking $4.12 DoorDash delivery order with placing it directly to the Taco Bell app. And here's an even more dramatic example tied to Chipotle. Let's say you were to order a burrito with
They got 2 locks though. 2 lock tickets.
your total after that $3 on the native Chipotle app. Hey, swing it!
Weak, bro. I swear I was right in front of this nigga sleep.
You save $5 on one order just by knowing.
You want this smoke?
Hey, yo, right here! How to avoid a bad leather-like money without spending any money whatsoever. When ordering your favorite burger at the drive-thru or in person, ask for a steamed bun as a substitute for the regular bun. This steamed bun typically which was more than evident during my taste test. On the right is the cheeseburger with the regular bun, and then on the left is the same cheeseburger except for the steamed bun. And the stay there! It's almost like it's from a commercial, and I can compete with taste pressure and this low-work request. And
oh, that's been your motherfucking move all night.
Rather than ordering a standard sausage egg McMuffin, the sausage McMuffin with egg on the side will cost while the non-DIY version costs $59. As you can see here, I saved 11 cents by just recreating that exact same recipe. And now to a bonus. If you are not aware, through the Camera app, you can free ice and hot coffee for beverage or the recharge lemonade. Just sign up for the unlimited Plus on the Camera app after your first 3 days. If you don't want to pay a monthly subscription fee moving forward, you can easily cancel or keep it going if you are a frequent Camera visitor. I purchased the test, selected the beverage I wanted from the app, and in the store, every station took only a matter of seconds, which I can enjoy free of charge. If you're a fan of the fast food chain 5 Stars, there you go, man. And as a perk, allows you to enjoy a first side of while you wait for your food to be crave.
I see him!
I've also received many requests Express. Well, there aren't too many here that happen. Here's one tip. If you're a family of 4, where every person usually orders their own steak combo, instead opt for the Panda Express family.
Hold up, yo, don't pay 1 sec.
As with the experience of the original steak combo that most people will order, right here is the giant family meal that can easily feed up to 5 people depending upon appetites. I know these little flavors don't look huge on camera, so I put the contents from one of them into a very large bowl, and as you can see, this is clearly This one adjustment will save you at least 3.
Hey everyone, you know the world is full of incredible locations for you to travel to explore, but places where it's expressed. War stories. In this episode, I'll discuss Hawaiian Guards 13. Our Hawaiian Guards 13, also known as VAG, is a Mexican American gang located on
There's few characters in fiction that everybody seems to know about, especially those that are simple.
About a year ago, I heard about a man who claims that he hasn't slept since 1962. His name is Tai No, and he lives somewhere in South Vietnam. Many journalists have written about him in the past, and for a while, he was somewhat of a
We kept paying him our girl had a baby on the way. She is the victim of the West Side Ripper. What if we make a podcast about this together? We own this story.
celebrity. But gone by, and nobody has heard from him since. Do you know him? Oh, no. You don't know him? Right now, I'm on a mission to track him down and see if it's actually true.
Watch somebody do that shit in New York one day. I was saying what you last time.
Just arrived in Da Nang Airport. I am so excited to go meet the no-seat guy. Where's we?
Because he took a video the last time we went to New York.
Dude, good to meet you. See? That the human life is one of suffering, and that meditation and spiritual and physical labor and good behavior are the ways to achieve enlightenment or nirvana. Many Buddhist people have these shrines in their house and pray to them several times a day. It's a beautiful sight to witness. In the evening, like what do you do? Like most people, they, 10 o'clock, they're gonna say sleep. What are you doing between 10, 11, 12, 1?
We also looking at making rice wine.
Oh, very nice. Before the war, you slept. I worked for it. Did you stop sleeping? During the war. And then one day, you stopped sleeping. You know why you were sleeping? Mr. Nutt's wife is preparing lunch for us. It's only like 10 o'clock right now, so she's been cooking, and it smells amazing. This is the sun. My future. What do you think about it? He did it at a double now. So you see. Directly /1 to the third, and I gotta say, Vietnamese food is one of the world's best. It's healthy, it's clean, nothing like a little shot. She makes everything this morning. Thank you. I'm learning. Tell her that it looks amazing. So what is this? This is chicken? This is soup? Smoked soup? This is a plate of congealed cow blood. But it's soup for you. More chicken, rice. This is always gonna happen. Wow, this is a feast. You're a lucky man. She's a very good cook. Dude, I know. Alright, we're gonna try the chunk of blood, dip it in the salt and pepper. Okay. Salt and pepper. The texture is kind of like rubber. It tastes kind of like blood. If you have a cut and you do this,
but it's not as strong. You like it? Fit my ass. Want it? You can fit my blood. What do you think about him not sleeping? Is it true? So it's true. It's true. He doesn't sleep. When is the last time you saw him in a deep sleep? Never. Really? Not yet. Do you sleep? I'm having a shot of rice wine every 30 minutes. Every 20 minutes. Here comes the other one. Yo! Yo! It's strong. It's 40%. That's the same strength as vodka. It's strong. More than an hour went by, and I was starting to get comfortable with Mr. Nope and his wife. I will say, though, it was a bit strange that he only took 3 bites of food. The drinking, however, never stopped. I don't think you have a story. Alright, here's where things start to get interesting. Mr. Nope keeps inviting me to visit his house, which I realized was talking about another house, the one that he lived in during the war in the 1960s, where his sleepless nights began. Okay, so that's his home.
In the Iraq, all that, where you were gay and
Absolutely beautiful there. It's like a little pocket of green mountains, rice fields, terraces, and a house. And that's where he lives. We're gonna go there right now. This is so surreal. Just walking through this swamp. All wet through the storm. So you have many jobs. You're right farmer. Like you're working 24/7. You're a superhuman. You're like, yeah, I know. So I have a question about your sleep. When you're working, do you feel tired?
To make your shell has instant sweat and overprotection effects as well.
I used to wait till my dishwasher goes. Now, I don't think it's a good thing. You might think that's wasteful, but it's not. You can pass out 80% less water than hand washing, saving $130 on utilities. Cascade, they are conditioned.
No.
not too much like a normal disposal.
What's your secret? Like, is it the tea that you drink, or some secret that you have?
Yeah, they can normally drink the tea, green tea, and rice wine.
How much wine do you drink in one day? He's like, yes. One bottle. If you could sleep, do you want to sleep, or you prefer to stay up? Can I ask you about what happened here?
Nothing happened later. American war.
It's okay. I mean,
yeah, it's okay. Working,
I'm not that. Even though Mr. Nope is sleeping concerned about Japan, I still have a feeling that there's a reason he won't open up about the Vietnam War, or as they call it out here, the American War. To summarize this era of heartbreak is near impossible, but what you should know is that the war was fought by the communist government of North Vietnam and the anti-communist South. The allies of the North were primarily the Soviet Union and China, whereas South Vietnam was supported by the United States. I'm sure that you've seen the footage and listened to the music from the 1960s. A large portion of Americans in protest against the U.S. involvement in the war. In the end, around 4 million Vietnamese civilians were killed in this bloody conflict. I can't even begin to imagine what life was like for Mr. Nope, not just to live through the war in adulthood, but also to fight it. It really makes me wonder, could PTSD have something to do with this condition? If I was awake 24/7, I would need a place to hide out like this. Just absolutely surreal. During the war, he kind of hid out on this place, and we've basically been awake since he moved into this house. And look how old it is. So, I don't know if I can sleep tonight. I haven't booked any places, and I assume that there were hotels around here or something. He offered that we could crash here in this house, so I'm gonna take him up on it. It's gonna be convenient. Tell me about this house. Like, when did you build this house? When did you move here?
What happened?
Before
first time he came here around 1945.
You have two houses, so why do you come to this one?
He told us his son still live here with no wife. His son with no wife, and his son come here and stay, live it and work in here. Night time he work in house, just met some wine.
I want to stay awake with you for the night and just talk and eat and I don't know what you eat, like whatever you do at night. I wanna be there with you.
Do you want to put the
Yeah. That's right. If you could make any message to people in the world, what would you tell them?
If we have like somebody to do much better and he can sleep because at the moment he wants to sleep.
If you want help, maybe I can send him to that. If you want to go, I'll take the door. So there's another house. It's one of his houses where he works and he sometimes stays, but he has another house he stays at. He actually has another house. He has 3 houses. I'm confused. He's telling me about houses. This is his working house, and he has a new house where I met him built 3 months ago, and then he has another house he stays at. I really want to know what he does in the nighttime. Like, daytime he seems normal, he's hanging out, but like, when everybody's sleeping, what has he been doing for the last 60 years? What's your favorite restaurant there? I'll take you tonight. I see. So, do you drink coffee?
Only right wine.
Never coffee. Never coffee. Maybe he drinks a lot of rice wine every week. A lot of wine.
One year is a little bit 1 hour or 2 hours.
Okay, so I just uncovered one clue. He does sleep. He drinks a lot of wine, like 1 liter.
But it's kind of thinking into the head and he's sleeping 1 hour or 2 hours. That's normal.
Does he know if there's any more people in the world that if there's open eye motorbikes back in his house, favorite restaurant. Have I mentioned that the countryside here is absolutely epic? We arrived at dinner and immediately entered into a wild scene.
My name?
Was it a name?
Yeah.
Ask them if it's true that he doesn't speak, if they know us. Yes, it's true. No sleep? Sleeping. No sleep.
Yeah.
My name is You don't like beer? No sleep? Right? The word of the day is yo, which means cheers. Yo.
Hey.
Yo. I hope I'm doing that at 8 years old. Just downing beers. Hey, tell me about this. What do you know about him?
The guy have the house over there and just files around 5-6 years ago. Worked in the rice field at midnight.
Yeah.
We're sitting here eating communal food, and he's only had like 1 bite, so I'm starting to worry he also doesn't. We've arrived to hub number 3. It's quite different than the other 2. A little more open, blue, very blue. And this is where he makes and drinks. Oh. It tastes like a really bad version of soju.
So the natural smell is so strong, right?
As the night progressed, so did the making of rice wine. Oh, we found the good concoction over here. This is where he cooks it.
Every night.
Every night. Wow.
He plays the fire. And the fire, water inside up, gas inside up,
Oh, he puts them all over there? Is he going to be here tonight making the rice wine? Okay. Yeah, I would love to come. Yeah, I just need something to drink, Take a drink with me. I want to see I'm back at house number 1, 867 p.m. And I'm going to attempt to say what all my if it's true, if you
I'm tired already.
I'm tired. It's been a wild night.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
I may or may not have fell asleep a little bit in the house. Yeah. Just so tired, but I woke up and he was gone. So we think that he's at his other house making rice wine. The motorbikes were locked up in the house. We couldn't find the key, so we have to walk. 30-minute walk with the rain. We can't park him in the house. So we eject him and we're gonna go bring him back. Sit on the porch. As you can see, nobody is awake. Everybody's sleeping. 30-minute walk in the rain. Okay. You know. He doesn't sleep. Yo, we found him. We are covered. Are you tired? No. Everybody is sleeping. We just walked here. Nobody is awake except for you. So his rice wine factory is pretty damn impressive. He knows a lot about it. The entire thing is handmade, and he's able to produce gallons and gallons of it every single night for both personal consumption and selling it in the market. Is this his secret sauce to being able to stay awake forever? Copious amounts of rice wine and cigarettes? How much does it sell for one senator?
1 lít là 200 là 200 Yeah, with Faria is 100,000 down and with 200.
How do you feel that everybody's sleeping but you're awake?
That's okay now because we long time. Kind of for me or for you or something like
I'm tired, man. 3:32. I'm tired. Right. Yes, sir. Yo. Looks like you got pajamas on. You ready for sleep? Sleepy time. So sometimes you sit down, but it just doesn't.
We already tried too much, but because they want to sleep like a normal people try and so that.
You're going to sleep, bro.
I'm tired.
You're tired?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Bro, I'm tired, man. Maybe we can get some breakfast. What time do people eat breakfast here? 6.
But we may not be weather is ready. Maybe 7 or 8.
Keep giving me more wine. It's really, really bad. For real. He's trying to get me to sleep, but I'm trying to stay awake with him. I'm just waiting. Lay down. And stop looking outside. Leave the window open. And then after 5 minutes, I pick up again. And then he's just sitting here on the side. Gotta be sleep.
White boy.
My friend Sweet is all asleep. And it's just me and Mr. Milk. I don't know what he's doing now. He's making a fire. It's still raining outside. This guy doesn't stop. Doing the Asian squat. We're just chilling. Can't talk to each other, but as I always say, everybody smiles and tight language. Somehow we can just sit here and see each other and get along. Pretty cool. Update.
update. It is 5:39 in the morning. The sun is coming out, and I made it. Who did you make it? I actually made it. I'm so tired of not along for birds. The human side, I wonder what he was doing. He's doing things for a job. You know, my life is always so go, go, go. So it's really kind of nice to break, sit here and do nothing. Literally. I keep thinking to myself in my head, like, what are we going to do next? Sunrise is coming up. 6:15 in the morning. But the answer is nothing. We're just going to sit here and look around.
Just fired. Starting coming. We're in the race against the Nazis. I have no choice. Oppenheimer, either July 21st.
Bounty Macaron, 4 rolls in 1.
What's up, bro? I'm coffee, but I don't understand. Ask him if he wants to go to breakfast with us.
We still early for you. Oh my goodness, don't worry.
Too early, he doesn't sleep.
Early for breakfast with
Bye-bye. In the blink of an eye, he just left to go feed his chickens at one of his other houses. So I'm like, go get some breakfast and take a nap. I'm tired. Bye-bye. And back into the rain we go. The poncho game is strong in Vietnam. It's always raining. They're always on motorbikes. It's amazing how early everybody wakes up and eats breakfast in Vietnam. It's like 6:10 a.m. And there's a giant bowl of being prepared. Wow, look at this bowl, man. Oh, man. Oh, that's cool. It's not very often that I meet superhumans. One of them was Wim Hof, his ability to withstand sub-zero temperatures. Another was Dan Meyer, the guy who could swallow multiple swords at once. And then there's Sultan Kotan, the tallest man on Earth. But something is extra unique about the sleepless man. I came here to investigate and see if it's actually true, does he sleep or not? And my conclusion is both yes and no. He says he doesn't sleep, but I believe he does lay down sometimes. But his body turns off, but his brain doesn't turn off. I think his brain is always going, and that is just absolutely surreal. It seems pretty clear to me that the war has had a major impact on Mr. Null's sleepless condition, but I wonder if we will find out if it is the truth. I also think that he just doesn't need as much sleep as we do to function normally. He's out here living life, working 2 jobs, and super busy. It is obvious that 2 secret ingredients help keep him going, and that is rice wine and cigarettes. And a lot of people. After spending 2 days with him, I'm going to assume that he smokes 70 cigarettes a day and drinks half a liter of rice wine per day. All in all, I'm so happy I came out here to meet him, and this is really a story about Vietnamese hospitality. I showed up at their doorstep, unannounced, with nothing planned, and he and his wife welcomed me in with open arms, cooked me food, gave me a place to crash, and to show my appreciation, I gave Mr. Null $500 hopefully used to go to a hospital to get healthy. In any regard, thank you for being here and watching this story. I think it's one of the most special ones I've ever told, and my story is just getting more and more epic. Subscribe if you want to join me on my adventures around every country, and I will see you in the next video.
You know, you may not believe it all that easy, but it's quite possible. They can't cook good fries. They cook in half the time.
Looking good, guys.
Vacations
are better with the credit gods on your side.
You know, you may not believe it all that easy, but it's quite possible to live a life without some parts of your body. In fact, some of these people proved that they could live without their lungs and even their hearts. So let's have a look at some of the people who proved that they can survive in any situation. Number 1, Tina Earls. In 2012, Tina Earls discovered a sore on her nose. Every time she turned her head to the left, she would experience a dripping nose or numbness on the left side of her face, along with persistent itching. The itching only worsened until October of 2013 when she went to the doctor who told her she had an infected hair follicle. However, in January 2014, Tina noticed a lump on the side of her nose. She saw a nose and throat specialist, but was told it was just a scratch. The lump continued to grow over the next few months. Despite trying 6 different antibiotics and using treatments, her nose just wouldn't get any better. Tina became increasingly worried and went to another ear, nose, and throat doctor in Dallas for a biopsy in April 2014. When the doctor called with the results, he delivered the devastating news that Tina had cancer. She was shocked and felt realized her children flashing before her eyes. Tina underwent a partial rhinectomy, where part of her nose was removed, and continued to have scars, scans, and biopsies. Despite the doctors removing the first 2 layers of tissue from the inside of her nose during the surgery, cancer turned out to be a lot worse than they had initially thought. The doctors recommended radiotherapy, but Tina didn't want to spend her days undergoing treatment. She wanted to take care of her children. So she reached out to the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, and a week later, she was in Chicago seeing a hand and neck specialist. The doctor there found out that there were still cancerous cells present, so Tina underwent another partial rhinectomy. After several surgeries, Tina was declared cancer-free, but with a high chance of cancer returning. Rather than continuing to undergo surgeries, Tina made the difficult decision to have her nose fully removed in order to reduce that risk of cancer returning and keep herself safe. Despite the changes to her appearance, Tina chose to prioritize her health and well-being. Number 2, Eric Ramirez. Eric Ramirez, who was 22, from Colombia, is better known as Caracasco, with a bunch of scary tattoos all over his face and body. After his mother died when he was 12 years old, the body modification fanatic started changing himself. He first got a tattoo of his mother's face on his back, then he wanted to look like a living human skull. Eric had a tattoo artist friend cut off the tip of his nose and ear. This gave him a strange look that went viral on the internet. Father Juan told the reporter Los Montes that he plans to have his genitals cut off so he can become totally flat like a rotting skeleton. He explained that everyone is the same, so it doesn't matter if you're a boy, a girl, a man, or an old man. Ramirez talked about how much he thought about dying, explaining that he would like to be buried 2 meters underground. He felt that being beside dead people felt like being in peace, but where there isn't as much pain. He said that he laughs when people scream about how he looks, and that pain is like medicine to him. Eric also cut his tongue in half, and he had it colored gray. He has dark eye sockets tattooed on his face. He also had bones that looked like teeth around his mouth. The 22-year-old macabre look has also been criticized by the media and people back in Colombia, but his Instagram is full of pictures of fans greeting him on the street and taking selfies with him. Number 3, Craig Lewis. Craig Lewis, a man from Texas, went to the Texas Heart Institute because he had amyloidosis, a disease that can kill you. Amyloidosis is a very rare disease that has been reported by less than 10 million people around the world. In this case, a thick, sticky layer of protein starts to build up on the kidney, heart, and liver, which are all very important organs. No cure for the disease has ever been found yet, so in March 2011, when the 55-year-old man said he was having trouble, it was worrying. Even a pacemaker couldn't save him at that point because his health was so bad. Surgeons spent decades trying and failing to make a machine that wouldn't break down or cause blood clots or infections. Finally, 2 doctors at the Texas Heart Institute came up with a way to pump blood around the body without a heartbeat. This device uses whirling rotors. Dr. Billy Kahn and Dr. Buzz Frazier first tested the idea on an 8-month-old calf named Abigail. 6 months later, he successfully replaced her with 2 centrifugal pumps, which pumped blood through her body. Kahn told National Public Radio that by every measure we use To look at Patience, she was dead, but everyone could see that she was a healthy, happy, and playful calf. After practicing on 38 calves, Kahn and Fraser moved on to testing on humans, and that's when they chose Craig Lewis as their test subject. Damage to Lewis's heart was so bad the doctors told him no one could At that point, his wife Linda suggested doing something drastic, so Lewis agreed to the solution, and lo and behold, he made it out of surgery and was alive and well. Number 4, Tiffany Geiger.
Who's watching MP?
Tiffany Geigel never thought she'd become a professional dancer, which was her dream. Geigel, who was 33 years old, was born with Charcot-Levin syndrome, which is a rare genetic bone disorder that often causes a spine and a short neck and torso. As a child, she didn't think much about her condition and wasn't treated differently because of it. She even took dance classes with other kids in her Brooklyn, New York neighborhood. But she says that her dance teacher was honest with her. Her teacher told her clearly that she didn't.
Who cares if you were not only 900,000 delivered from the game.
Geigel had the technique, the legs, the arms. She was beautiful, but the truth is that they don't look like what the ballet world wants. Geigel remembers, I knew they weren't lying to me. I know what you mean, I said. I wish I could be a ballerina, but I knew it couldn't happen. Geigel started to realize how different she was from her friends as time went on. She told people that officials had tried to stop her from joining the band. Geigel says that her mother always fought for her to be included in student activities, even when school leaders said no. Geigel then gave up on her dream of dancing and went to college to study business, but she sometimes taught dance classes in New York because she thought she couldn't do anything else in the industry. Heidi Latsky, the owner of an integrated dance company for dancers with disabilities in New York City, noticed Geigel a few years ago. Latsky knew that she wanted Geigel to join her dance company, but Geigel was nervous about getting into professional dance with her condition. But in 2014, she finally said yes to Latsky and joined Heidi Latsky Dance. During the spring season, she does 2 shows a day with the company. Geigel says, I never thought I'd be in a dance company performing in New York City. I never imagined that my picture, face, and body would be all over Times Square. All the things I never thought would happen are happening. Geigel says that even though her dreams are coming true, she's laughed at and picked on almost every day in New York. Geigel says that even with all the bad things, she's thankful for her family and friends who stand by her. Number 5, Paul Alexander. Paul Alexander of Texas wasn't feeling well on a hot summer day in 1952. He had a high fever and his neck and head hurt. The 6-year-old boy got polio and couldn't move, talk, or even swallow for a few days. Alexander, now 75 years old, almost completely paralyzed from the neck down, is still alive and well thanks to a big steel ventilator that has been helping him breathe for almost 70 years, according to Andrew Court of the New York Post. He's one of the last people to use an iron lung, which was common in polio wards at the height of the disease's spread. Alexander said in a recent video interview with storyteller Mitch Summers, I've never given up and I won't start now. The man in the iron lung has not been held back by the medical device that keeps him alive. Instead, he used it as a way to live. After he got good grades in high school and was turned down by Southern Methodist University, he got a scholarship to go there. Linda Rodriguez-McRobbie of The Guardian writes in a 2020 article that he went to school in a wheelchair, but he could get out the iron lung for a short time. Linda Haskell of streakLive.com says that Alexander got Juris Doctor from the University of Texas at Austin Law School in 1984 and worked as a lawyer. In 2020, Alexander wrote a book called 3 Minutes for a Dog, My Life in an Iron Lung. It was about what he had been through. He worked on it for 5 years, writing each word by hand with a pen and a stick that he held in his mouth. In the video, he said how he wanted to do things people told him he couldn't do and achieve the dreams he had. Number 6, Henry Gustav Molaison. Henry Molaison, a young man from Hartford, Connecticut, lost his memory in 1953, which led to the birth of neuroscience. Henry Molaison's amnesia was caused by a dangerous psychosurgical operation that was meant to cure crippling epilepsy that he had since he was a child. In order to get rid of the part of Henry's brain that was causing his fits, 2 holes were drilled into the front of his skull. The front half of both sides of the hippocampus and the most almond-shaped amygdala were sucked out. The surgery, which was at best hopeful, went very wrong, and Henry, who was 27 at the time, was left unable to store or recall any new experiences. He continued to live in the present moment for the next 55 years until he died in 2008. Henry's tragedy, on the other hand, may have been the single most important step forward in understanding how memory works in the past 100 years. Before his surgery, people thought that memory was how the brain did. Because of an accident during his surgery, it was shown that a lot of the ability to be localized was in one spot. Greatly to study how the mind works in many other ways as well. After his surgery, he lived with his parents for a while and then with caregivers. To keep his identity secret, science called him HM. Because of these initials, a young postgraduate student named Suzanne Corkin, who is now a professor of behavioral neuroscience at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and head of the Corkin lab, got to know him. It almost seemed like they were meant to be together. When Corkin read about Henry's case in medical journals in the late 1950s, she found that their lives had already crossed in strange ways. She had grown up a few miles away from him in Connecticut, and when she was a child, she lived across the street from the surgeon who had operated on Henry's brain. She was friends with the surgeon's daughter when they were young. Corkin talked about Henry in 1962 as a part of her research. They spent a lot of time together over the next 46 years, but for Henry, it was always the first time. Corkin has now written a compelling memoir called Permanent Present Tense about the bond between scientist and subject. Henry once put it well, it's strange, but you just have to live and learn. You're learning, but I'm living. Number 7, Dallas Weeds. Dallas Weeds of Fort Worth, Texas, was badly scarred when he touched a live high-voltage power line in 2008. He suffered a horrible injury while painting Ridgely Baptist Church in Fort Worth, Texas, on November 13, 2008. He was standing in a boom lift when a high-voltage wire touched his forehead. After being taken by helicopter to Parkland Memorial Hospital, the bird's skin was removed in more than a dozen debridement procedures that took about 2 months. As a part of this process, they removed his left eyeball.
For memories that last and produce that lasts on, only Frigidaire's Christmas.
Then they put a flattened skin over his right eye to protect it from more damage. Dallas Weeds got the first full-face transplant in the U.S. a year ago. Now he can smell again and feel his daughter's kisses, which had always been one of my wishes. During a press conference, Weeds also added that his kids brought him to tears more than once. Now doctors at Boston's Brigham and Women's Hospital say he's getting better than they thought. He has fake eyes, but he is still blind. He also doesn't have any teeth, which makes it hard for him to talk, but he can do more with his face than you might think. Every time they see him in clinic, he does more things and feels more. He's starting to smile, and the doctors can see how he feels on his face, according to Dr. Jeffrey Janis, who is in charge of plastic surgery. Number 8, Terry Fox. Terry Fox played a lot of sports as a teenager, like basketball, soccer, track, and field. Everything changed at the age of 18 when he was told he had osteogenic sarcoma, which is a rare type of bone cancer. To stop the cancer from spreading, he had to have his right leg cut off above the knee with chemotherapy. But he was back on his feet 3 weeks after the surgery. Terry said that seeing so many people in the hospital dying or sick with cancer was even harder than losing his leg. Even though he was happy that medical advances had led to higher survival rates, he was sad that not enough money was being spent on cancer research. Terry decided to run from east to west across Canada to raise money for cancer research. His goal was to get $1 from every Canadian. He started his Marathon of Hope on April 1st, 1980, at the easternmost point of Canada. Every day, he ran 26 miles, which is almost a marathon. Doug Albert, his best friend, and Daryl Fox, his brother, were following him in the van to help him. Terry would get up at 4 a.m., run 12 miles, then rest. In the afternoon, he would run 14 miles and ask for money from people along the highway. He set a high goal for himself because he believed in miracles. It's not meant to be simply because he knew that worthwhile things don't come easily. A lot of people told him that he was crazy for doing this. If it makes him happy, Terry was happy to be crazy. On September 1st, 1980, he had trouble breathing while running outside of Thunder Bay, Ontario. He was taken to the hospital, where doctors found that his cancer had spread to his lungs. Canadians kept working on Terry's goal while he was in the hospital by setting up a nationwide telethon. Terry was given the highest civilian honor in Canada, the Companion of the Order of Canada. youngest person to ever get this award. A few months later, on June 28, 1981, he died, but not before he had raised $24 million for cancer research, which was his goal. Number 9.